What's happening, people? So we're at the point where we want to start planning our next 3 moves when it comes to being a content creator. And you might just want to be a content creator, but you just don't know where to start. So I've been a content creator for a while. Yes, it has been in a niche, but you know what? This method works on any niche. And I'm seeing that loads of people want to be a content creator. And why not? It's a great time to. There's a lot of money in it. There's things what you can do. It can definitely open a lot of doors for you. So at this point now, we're going to start to take some note. So first things first, I would always say what you want to do first is you want to make an intro, yeah, for yourself, because you're coming to a platform, nobody knows you. You're going into a room, nobody knows you. Introduce yourself, right? Hi, my name is Mr. London Plumber. I've been a plumber for over 20 years, and I go by the handle name Mr. London Plumber. That's me introducing who I am to you guys, right? And I introduce myself and my channel, which is not just about plumbing. It is about connecting with people and telling people life things, what happened to me as a plumber, but also explaining a little bit about my job. But we're now going to talk about me. This is me introducing myself to you like it's an interview. Do you get it? It's an interview when it comes to your social platform, because a lot of people, they do not know you. So what reason have they got to follow you? Do you know what I mean? Give them a reason. Hi, my name is this. How you doing, guys? That's perfect. That's all you need, right? So now we've got the first thing out of the way. I want to make sure you do the second thing, which is subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this is where I'm posting this long form video. And this is where I've been open with people and said, this is what we're going to learn. And this is what you're going to see through my platform, right? So yesterday, if you caught yesterday's live, which was all about starting your career in content, and it can be a game changer. So if you haven't watched that, go and watch that and come back and let's get started. Aha, I know what you're thinking. What platforms are we going to go on? We've discussed yesterday, TikTok was one of the platforms that I'm always going to tell people to go to, because it's got a wild algorithm. You can put something up there and it can be shared and seen by millions and hundreds of thousands. I've had it from simple posts, which I've not had any strategy behind. I've just put it up there. 350,000 views. Boom. Do you get it? But what follows after that? Didn't follow up with nothing. It just ended up being some views. It was all right. Again, pick your platform. So I will always say, we've went from yesterday to today, and our platforms which we're going to pick as content creators in 2025 is definitely going to be TikTok. It's definitely going to be Twitch, because you're going to learn how to interact with people on a live format. And that is the only place which is lively, interactive. People, it's different. It's not like YouTube live. It's not like TikTok. It's not like Instagram. It's not like any other platform. It's itself. It's its own little beast. And you need to get involved on the beast, which is happening and actually impacting a lot of people right now. So I would definitely say Twitch is one of them places. You want to be a creator who makes content for all platforms. That is the smartest thing to do. If you have got the capability to go live on all platforms and you've reached the criteria, what they ask for you to do, so and you've been able to get on it, get on that, because that is a movement, right? So YouTube is going to be like your TV screen. YouTube is your long form content, which is just like your TV, which you're going to watch, right? So I make sure my YouTube content is watchable, shareable, and people can see it and watch it on a big screen and know that it's clear content. I'm looking at them, we're focused and we're engaged, right? That's how I look at YouTube. What I look at Instagram as, personally, these are all my personal thoughts, is Instagram is like a newspaper. It's a scrolling newspaper which people will scroll through in their leisurely time, right? So it's hard to build on every single platform, but when you understand the technique which is tailored to yourself, whether that might be the time of day, frequency. We're going to talk about time of day and frequency, yeah? There's a time of day when everybody is generally finishing work, yeah? So depending on where you are, that's going to be, let's say at 6:30 where I am, yeah? I'm in London. So at 6:30, boom, good time to post, but make sure you regularly do that post at that same time because it matters for your algorithm. Your algorithm will be the reason why more people see you or less people see you. I'm just going on live on my other platform because I thought I'd done it before I started, but we're here now anyway. So once you're set up and you're ready to post on these platforms, you got to make your content. And like I said, your best content and your most original content, when people will definitely see a lot of you and the person who you are today, is the one when you're talking about yourself. Simple. I know a lot of people don't like probably the sound of their voice at the beginning, but believe me, you got to get past it because someone might pay you for a voiceover one day. So because you don't like the sound of your voice, you're going to say, nah, I don't want to do it. They're going to give you 10 grand for it. You're going to do it. Do you get it? We need that money. That's why we're here. We're here because we're creating this side hustle today, which is going to pay us later. I've been there, so I can say it to people. As much as people don't like to talk about it because it's like, it's something they do which they don't want to share with everybody else. I don't think there's nothing wrong with me sharing the information which I've found out over the years, working with brands, working with top brands, being on TV, getting paid for that side of content. I just like to talk about it, to be able to share and to be able to let people know that, you know what, you can start your journey anywhere, anytime, anywhere, but you've never missed that digital point. Even if you feel like, oh, I'm too old, guess what? There's a niche crowd, or there's a crowd for everybody. Do you get it? There's 40s TikTok, there's probably 50s TikTok, and there's definitely the wider generation TikTok, right? Which is like FYP page, that type of TikTok. But one thing I will say, which I do want to bring up, is when you jump on trends and social media as a content creator, yeah, you have to keep on playing those trends and doing it in your way, which is going to make people see the virality of it, which is the viral post, right? But they're also going to see your twist on it. So if that's what you're trying to do that, go ahead. It's not to say that it can't be done or it can't be replicated, but I'm a more unique content creator, if you get what I mean. Like what I've fell into as a plumber, yeah, which is posting about my videos, probably sometimes talking about them, but I'm also just being myself, yeah. So I'm allowing my personality to shine because people are gonna follow me for my personalities. Yes, they know I'm fucking good looking, but they're not following me for that because I'm in a relationship. You understand? But they're following me because of my humor. They're following me because of the things what I say. They're following me because there are a lot of things which they resonate with what I resonate with. Do you understand? Like I get involved in the content which I make because I'm spending a lot of time doing it, but I understand what I'm going through while I'm doing it is also very valuable to others. And that's why I'm making this video. That's the whole purpose of this video. Remember, my videos are not, it's not a sponsored video or nothing like that. I'm just telling you how it is for me as a content creator, and for me who thought to myself, I'm only making plumbing videos. This ain't going to go very far. Of course, this went further than far. That's what I wanted to say the first time. That's where it went. So I'm very appreciative of it, but I understand that me just starting as a plumber who is posting videos about the work what I'm doing is went to the point where I'm now in adverts for VW, Volkswagen Group, which is on TV, which is a milestone achievement for myself, but it's definitely something which opened my eyes. My eyes were open before that, and it's made me say to myself, do you know what? I could do so much. You don't have to just be in this niche. You don't just have to be someone who just shows his tools on TikTok and asks his people to tap the screen while we're live. Do you get it? You can be something who's a little bit more than that, which is someone who's putting their own style and their own charisma, but also inputting to like their niche. I input to my niche because I care about what I do. I do it with passion. That's why I make videos which are hearts talking. My heart's talking to people, just telling people how it is. I'm not trying to dress anything up. I'm saying to people, yes, you can earn a decent amount of money from content creating. If you've got a platform, if you know how to build it, if you want to build a community, if you want to be there for people, yes, you can do all of these things, but you've got to start. You got to start with understanding the platform which you're going to be posting on. So understanding TikTok and how it works, understanding YouTube and how it works. Going live is going to be the thing which is going to just rip the algorithm to bits when you do it. It's going to rip it to bits. Trust me. I go live as many times as I can. So I'm doing a challenge at the moment where I'm doing 7 days live. So every 7 days, every day, going on. I'm on my second day now. I'll be going live and we'll be doing a live talk like this. And it's been about content so far, but I will change it up to another subject because I feel that it's important to be versatile with the things what you're doing when you come online. I think saying the same things over and over again, it reaches an audience, but do you know what? People will only search for that information when they need it. Do you get it? But it's online now, so it will always be there. So that's why you should always subscribe to this channel, because we're live right now and we do lives on YouTube to be able to show people that, do you know what? This type of content is the content which people need now today. You always need someone to help you start your journey as a content creator and tell you that, you know, you should do it. You should go for it. You should not worry about what other people say. That's the truth. Because at no point in my journey did I think that I was going to be somebody. I thought I'm just going to do it because I like it. And that's all I was doing it for, because I like it, not to pay my bills. But I've realized, you know what? I do have a good job, but I can make a real change for myself and my life being a content creator as well. And it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing at the end of the day. You should do what is making you happy. And this definitely does make me happy because it brings a level of freedom, but allows me to express myself over videos, but interact with people as well, which is more important for me. You know, I've done a day's work already, but I'll still jump online, get on my setup and start talking to the people who have pressed the follow and pressed the subscribe button to me, because I understand that we're building a community and this takes time. And I need to tell you about the journey, what I've went through, because some people, they're only seeing me at this point. Yeah, you're only seeing me at this point, but I was doing it way before. But doing it before and not understanding what I was doing was fucking up my journey, was making my journey take 10 times longer than what it needed to be, because I knew how to make some good content at this point. I knew how to compose and make a live for at least an hour. So having those skills, but not knowing where to put them in, just puts you in a space of, I don't know what's going on here. And that's why I should have learned the platforms before I started posting, because it's like I'm wasting my post, if you get what I mean. And that's why I tell people now that learn the platforms before you start posting. I know you're eager beaver. I know you want to jump on it. I know you want your friends to talk about your post and see what you're doing. But once you learn and study something and understand maybe when's the best times for you to post, put them out at that best time, making sure that you're have made your intro so people don't just think, who's this person? You're introducing who you are, so people always have that first slide to slide back to and say, this is who this person is. This person started to come online because they wanted to share their experience with how they've been within the construction industry. That's what I started with which telling people how I got into the construction industry, how I got into plumbing, my story on how I got into plumbing. Even when I told it on a podcast, on my own podcast, it was the highest viewed episode which I ever done. Yeah. And I know why, because my story, just like your story, is unique. No one ain't got the same story as you, you know. As much as you think like, oh, but what's different about me? What's different about you is you're you. No one can't change that, you know. And people can learn from what you've been through to make it better for themselves. So that's why I make these types of videos, just so you can learn, but learn these 3 key steps to be able to move forward. Your intro on who you are, which will allow people to connect with you. You're telling a little bit about yourself, maybe where you're from, how old you are, how long you've been in what you're doing. I've been in content creating for 7 years. I've been in adverts. I've been in documentaries. I'm also doing modeling as well. These are the things which I can now even make for myself as an intro to reintroduce myself to my crowd of people who already just know me for certain things. That is what I do. That is what I have been doing. And you should be proud of that too, because these things are just like extra skills to have to add on to your CV, your virtual CV online. And that's what people are going to see you from. It's referred to as your digital footprint. I've spoke about this before, like having a digital footprint in life and all that. And I feel in 2025, if you didn't know that everyone's on the net, it's you the one who's not on the net. That's why you're wondering that. But you should know it. You should deep it for yourself and say to yourself, you know what? It's a good place. It's a place of networking. It's a place where people get their next job. Do you understand? Like, I feel like now there are so many content creators who are becoming people, and in their own light, they've got their own crowd, they've got their own audience. They don't actually need other people because they've built a community. And building a community is someone who is a place where people are going to support people. You're going to be in pretty much control of your community. And you're also going to be able to share bits of like your life. Do you get it? Certain bits of my life, like I share when I go through hard times, like when I've went through racism and stuff like that at work, I've been able to share that with my community online. And it took a place of me being comfortable with my content for me to get to that advanced level where I don't care. I'm going to say what I want respectively, because I'm just a respectful person, but I'm going to say how it is. I thought to myself, this is always going to make controversy, but it didn't, because I made sense, because I allowed myself to learn how to hold the conversation a bit longer, talk with empathy, and talk with clear, precise words. And that's something you get over time. None of these people that make content are, some of them are probably a natural, but most people have to practice, and there's nothing wrong with practicing. You practice how to get a driving license when you went out and you done your driving lessons. So do your lessons at home before you start doing your posting, because once you do your lessons and you feel comfortable, you feel confident, it becomes much more easier to make posts. Do you know what I mean? I would say my early days, yeah, I was a person who probably wasn't even looking directly at the screen when I was making the post. I know it's bad, but I try to do better now because I'm wary of it. Do you understand what I mean? And I think that's me understanding or looking for problems within my content, which is okay. I understand I'm not going to be flawless at content because it's not something I do as 9 to 5. But if I practice more and more and more, I can only get better at it. And that's what I advise you guys to do. Do some test runs of your introduction post, which you're going to do for your social media platforms. Work out what platforms you're going to post on, what times you need to post on, and start getting your first post out there, and stay constant to those first posts, right? So if I say 6:30 I'm going to post 6:30 every single day, and we're going to keep building at 6:30 every single day. And before you know it, people will start turning up because they'll be looking for that post at 6:30 every day. Just keep it to a balance which you can control. If you can't do it every day, every other day is fine. If you can't do it every other day, do it every 2 days. Again, don't kill yourself with a platform or a method which you can't stick to, because I find, and I've seen people say it to me before, being burnt out, which is something we might talk about in the next episode. Being burnt out through content, yeah? That's going to be the name of the next live, which will be tomorrow. Being burnt out through content. Make sure you check it out, because I'm going to give you an insight into myself. And I'm a person that has made, I'm just going to tell you a stat from my own Instagram, yeah? One sec. Make sure you're following it as well, because I'm 9 followers away from having 10K followers on Instagram, which I'm very thankful for. I'm only 8. Right. So I've made 3,493 Instagram posts. I would know about being burnt out and posting, because I posted a lot. Tomorrow we're going to talk about it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. Stay on your content journey. Don't let anybody play you. Remember, press record. I'm out.